We hide ourselves behind a mask of a name or a picture that we pulled off the internet. But I guarantee you, if that particular player were to be within a reach of you and there's nobody else around, I guarantee you they're not going to say that crap. I guarantee you that doesn't happen. I think that's what's wrong with our society. I think we're too privileged in some respects. That just because we can go to a sporting event, that means we can yell whatever they want. In fact, that should not be the case. Yeah, we're there to support our teams. But support our teams. All right? Let's not... Look, we can insult players without having to bring up race. There's so many things that can be within bounds that we can say. And I think it's up to your judgment, your actual honest judgment, as to what you can really, what you feel like you can really say. And it should be pretty obvious. You know, a lot of these people that have said these things are older men. And it's a problem. We need to own, and yes, I'm sure women do say it too, but it seems that at least in the last couple of games, and whether it be the NBA, whether it be the NFL, whether it be soccer, who are the fans that run on the field and act an idiot, act a fool, run on the pitch, try to beat up players, as we saw in the EPL a couple weeks ago, or again yell these ridiculous things. Boys, young men, and men. Which is why men are the inferior race in some respect, or the inferior species, if I'm honest. Women are way smarter, again, as sports fans. And if you can date a woman that's a sports fan, holy cow, man, you won the lottery. All right? You need to embrace that. And I guarantee you, these people yelling absurdities, these men in their machismo by yelling, no, you're not getting women that way. Or if you are with women, she's pretty embarrassed, I'm sure, by your poor behavior. It's pretty ridiculous. It's about 5:05. We're about an hour into this podcast. I don't have a lot more to talk about here. I mean, with Twitter, there's always something to look up, right? There is. It's true. And it's beautiful, right? It is so beautiful to look at. Like, typically I would look up, wow. I mean, a lot of it isn't. Okay. Here is a great one. And I typically would take a break here, but we can run into final topic right now. Now look, when I discuss final topics, it could really mean whatever you want, right? I mean, it could really, I try to keep it sports related. I don't have to keep it sports related. I can keep it off the topic, but again, I try not to push my views, because it's not what I'm here. That's not what you're here to listen to. You're not here to. I mean, if you were to listen to that, you could listen to any news station for political views or other views, whatnot. That's not what I'm here to do. But this particular question is a trending hashtag on Twitter. It's hashtag stupid questions for atheists. And again, some of the Twitterverse. It has a place where it can be very evil, but sometimes it can be really funny. So here is some of the ridiculous questions here. I'll play some music here, so I see if I can get some good background noise. So here, let me get some Kodak Black. I think that would be ideal for this one. So let's kick it off with stupid questions for atheists hashtag. All right, here we go. All right. Again, thank you for listening to the Spicy Sports with Sam on Spreaker, episode 3. Stupid questions for atheists, trending hashtag. What do you use in place of OMG? It's a good one. I mean, it's, you could, goodness. People assume God. You can put goodness in there. Stupid questions for atheists, trending hashtag, but how can you be a good person without Jesus? Well, you can be. I think that's the point. You can't, for people to say you're not a good person if you don't believe in a religion, I think that's as far as I'll go as commenting on it. But you can be a good person and not believe in anything. It's doable. It's not hard. Whose name do you take in vain? That's all. That's pretty good. That is a good one. I'll give him that. All right, here's another one. Whose name do you call when you orgasm? That's a good one. No, that's a really good one. Oh, man. Is it all gods you don't believe in or just mine? All right. Well, it's a fair question there. Oh, yeah? Well, if hell isn't a real place, then how do you explain Newark Airport? I mean, look, Newark is pretty bad. I would say LAX is awful. Having traveled for work for a couple years, if you listen to older renditions of this podcast, I can tell you JFK is garbage. Miami is blah. That is a terrible airport if you're going to fly into. I can tell you smaller airports better. Although I did one in Macon, Georgia, where I traveled to. That was awful. It was a small, bubblegum plane, 10 people on it, and if you had to go to the bathroom, you had to go out of the airport, and then come back in and go through the scanners again. There was no section where you could go to the bathroom, so that was kind of awful. I suppose you think dinosaurs are real too? Yeah, stupid questions for atheists. Again, trending hashtag. What do babies taste like? Wow, that's a dark question. And then the top response is saying a little salty, but it goes down quick. Well, I'm just going to leave it there. How is it that you can't believe in a God close to physically manifest as Jesus by having the Holy Spirit hook up with Mary so that he could intentionally be tortured and die for sins of humanity? Woo! That that is a stupid question for atheists. What's the problem with athletes? Is this your athlete's foot? Okay, I don't get that one. Can you play 7 Minutes in Heaven? Which, growing up, again, I never played. And do you believe in the tooth fairy? It's a good one. Whose name do you shout out when you step on your kid's Lego? Well, if I am to have a kid and I do step on his Lego, I'm gonna say the F word, probably. That's my guess. I'm probably gonna say the F word. Are you allowed to have morals not rooted in fear? And then the last one, seeing how dollars and coins saying, "In God we trust," would you be willing to give yours to me? There you go. And then, again, one more actually. So do you go into work on Christmas or Easter? Heck no. Those are holidays. Those are given to us. Take it every holiday I can get. Which Easter was on Sunday, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, that's all the time I have for today. We end on 69 minutes and 20 odd seconds. And the last thing I have to mention for the day, Portland Timbers, Diego Valeri, as of Saturday, recorded one more tally to his great number of goals and assists, making it the first time that a player in MLS history has scored 69 goals and has assisted on 69 times, which the obvious answer is nice. Thanks, everyone, for your time. Really appreciate it, as always. Going to bring it out here. Going to finalize this episode of the podcast with Busta Rhymes, Q-Tip. Thank you. And again, thank you for listening. As always, till next time.